December 18th, 2020, Big Cat Rescue VR. There could never be a better time than now to disrupt the entire industry with experiences that are rich with the magnificence of the animals. The first zoo opened in the United States in 1847, and at that time there were more than 100,000 tigers in the wild. Zoos have held themselves out as modern-day arks to preserve species through captive breeding, but no big cat born in a cage has ever been set free, nor could they be. During this time, tiger numbers plummeted to under 4,000 in the wild, while the number of tigers held in cages in the United States grew to far exceed that number. Similar numbers exist for all wildcat species. This model of conservation has nearly caused the extinction of wildcats around the globe and separates patrons from their money that should be going into real conservation efforts that protect wild places and corridors. Despite the facts, zoos cling to their message that they are cultivating concern for wildlife and teaching respect for nature. In fact, seeing wild animals languishing in cages under the guise of educating us or entertaining us really conveys the opposite message, which is that it's okay to impose our will on others if we benefit from it. There could never be a better time than now to disrupt the entire industry with experiences that are rich with the magnificence of the animals and the storytelling about their important roles in nature that are based in virtual and augmented reality. Big Cat Rescue partnered with VidPic AR and the Westfield Shopping Centers in March of 2019 to launch the world's first augmented reality zoo at the Citrus Park location. The world's second augmented reality zoo was then launched in Plantation through this same partnership in August of 2019. Both locations were so popular that Big Cat Rescue began searching for developers who could bring the next element of virtual reality to the spaces and to the headsets everywhere. At the Synapse Summit 2020 conference, Xennial Digital was demonstrating their Magic Leap climate change experience, and Big Cat Rescue was bringing lions, tigers, leopards, bobcats, and more within touching distance via 3D videos in Oculus Go headsets. A month later, they started on a project that launched on the Oculus Rift and in the Oculus Store in June of 2020, called Big Cat Rescue VR. The same game has been formatted for the Oculus Quest and HTC Vive, and is available on Steam. In the virtual reality game, the player finds themselves in a pristine forest where they meet a tiger tracker named Jamie, who instructs them on how to use their binoculars, knife, and sedation equipment, before sending them out in search of a missing tiger named Jasmine. The player looks for clues, and upon finding them, launches a video about each clue. Each clue has video information that explains how tiger trackers can find and monitor tigers in the wild. Ultimately, the player will find that the tiger has been snared by poachers, but what to do? She could need medical help. She could kill you if you try to help. The gamer has to figure out how to successfully free the tiger and get back to the ranger station. Upon their return, they learn about captive breeding, and especially the cub petting industry, and how they are causing the extinction of the wild tiger. From there, they can actually choose to take action to protect big cats by contacting their member of Congress and making the call of the wild. Big Cat Rescue believes this level of interaction will do far more to teach viewers about the plight of the tiger and what they can do to help than could ever be conveyed by seeing a tiger in a cage. By leading the way and showing zoos that this is much more cost-effective and a much more humane way to encourage conservation, we hope they will build on this idea and create interactive experiences. On a similar path is all of the 3D and 360 video offerings Big Cat Rescue has been creating and sharing on YouTube, Facebook, and in headsets. The ultimate goal of this type of animal viewing adoption is to create so much demand for seeing wildcats doing wildcat things that funding will be redirected from caging animals to installing remote-controlled, internet streaming, live webcams in native habitats. Imagine coming home from a hard day at the rat race, slipping into your headset, and dropping into the snow leopard's favorite cave in Tibet, or in the lion's pride favorite rock outcropping, or the bobcat's favorite creek crossing site, and seeing them all behaving as if they would if man weren't a threat. The greater the demand of this sort of entertainment and education, the more wild spaces can be preserved. The more ecosystems that are preserved, the more nature flourishes, and so on. Wasn't that what zoos said they were all about? I co-authored that article that I just read to you. It was, it'll say here, I co-authored that article that came out online today and will be in the next hard copy of Innovate Tampa Bay. I'll have 2 articles in the book, this one and another one that is about the operations of big cat rescue and our efforts on the federal bill to end the abuse of big cats. Yesterday, Howie was in an excellent episode of Court TV talking about the need for the federal bill. We recorded and saved it. I'm still looking for it online to share it, as it was exceptionally good. The commentator's takeaway was that big cats don't belong in cages. Yesterday, the Tiger King producer, Rebecca Chaiklin, reached out for the first time since her gross betrayal of me and the cats aired, saying, quote, "Good morning. I know I am probably the last person you were wanting to hear from. Just wanted to reach out and ask if you would possibly consider sitting down, no cameras, face to face, to hopefully clear the air between us. It would mean a lot, and you do not need to respond right away. I sincerely hope you are both well. Warmly, Rebecca," unquote. I responded by telling her to lose my number. This is exactly what I said. "Your work was such a huge betrayal, given the fact that I had provided you with everything you needed in order to prove the people you relied on to convict me were liars, thieves, criminals, or had an agenda based in their desire to exploit animals for profit or take over my business. You chose to hand them a megaphone for their innuendo and lies that put me, my family, the cats at the sanctuary, and even other sanctuaries in great peril for your own profit. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I am blocking your email and phone so that I never even have to consider another of your requests," unquote. If you're enjoying my diary, please like, share, and subscribe. You can find other ways to connect to me over at bigcatrescue.org/Carole.Baskin.